Marriage! Oh, I got that out of my system. That's for all you film buffs out there. Angela and Tim have asked that I greet all of you, welcome all, family, friends, everyone, to this ceremony, linking their two lives together. And to say a few words and to keep it very few, so we can get on with the important stuff like partying and eating and stuff like that. So, but I did have a couple of things. I'm going to do mine first, and then I'll do yours, okay? Because yours is so much better than mine. But it just so happened, one of those serendipitous things, that last week while I was trying to figure out what I was doing, I was reading another book about marriage as a sacred path, and I found a couple of paragraphs that I thought, well, that's better than what I could come up with. So I'd like to share with you what a guy named John Wellwood said about marriage. He said, "Marriage gives love form by serving as an alchemical vessel in which two people's natures are steadily refined through the heat of their loving commitment to stand by each other." You could sum up all the vows that have ever been used in any service in these words: we will not abandon or harm each other. We will not let our energetic connection leak or drain away through carelessness or neglect. We will work out our conflicts within the container of our marriage, rather than letting them tear us apart. We intend to help each other develop our finest human qualities. He says, we cannot really discover what our vows mean until we've already been married for some time. We learn about it only through practice. And while the marriage vows can't guarantee that we'll always handle well everything that comes up, they do signal our intention to make the attempt. Marriage is about the realization of love, not just its inspiration. The sacredness of marriage is not handed down by family, society, or the church. It arises out of two individuals' passionate devotion to bringing love into form. This involves taking each other on, no holds barred. Yes. So we'll have an arm wrestling. Now, Tim and Angela have asked that I read this to you for them. It's a poem by Carl Sandburg. I love you for what you are, but I love you yet more for what you are going to be. I love you not so much for your realities as for your ideals. I pray for your desires that they may be great, rather than for your satisfactions which may be so hazardously little. A satisfied flower is one whose petals are about to fall. The most beautiful rose is one hardly more than a bud, wherein the pangs and ecstasies of desire are working for a larger and finer growth. Not always shall you be what you are now. You are going forward towards something great. I am on the way with you, and therefore I love you. Now Tim and Angela have some vows.
My whole life seems to have revolved around words and sharing my life through them, whether it was in my writing or through my love of hearing myself talk. But today they failed me. I want to share everything I feel and everything you are to me in just a few minutes of eloquence. And words just do not do justice to my love. You already know what is in my heart. You know my thoughts as clearly as I know them myself. And sometimes even better. We can predict one another's moods, ideas, choices, even words. there's understanding even in the silences between us. Vows and promises do not create the living, breathing energy that binds us. They do not produce the right rhythm of our lives that comes from the beats of our shared hearts. So I'm not going to stand here and say I will, or I promise, or I do. Instead, I will simply say that after waiting so long to find you, I will spend the rest of my life with you, working through the changes we'll face, sharing the best and worst moments of our lives, knowing that no matter what we face, I'm living the best life I could, because I had you beside me always. The meaning of my life and what brought me the greatest joy until now was being someone's daughter, granddaughter, sister, niece, aunt, or friend. But today you make me happiest of all by making me your wife. Too late, I already made myself cry.
Angela, the first time I met you, I realized that I've known you all my life. After our second date, I knew that this was inevitable. On my worst days, all I have to do is think about your voice, your smile, the way your eyes sparkle at the first rumble of thunder in a thunderstorm. And I soar. I love you beyond my ability to tell you. I offer you my strength when you want it, my patience when you have none.
Oh, amen.
And my heart so long as it shall beat.
May I present Tim and Angela Morgan.